The student teams from universities and technology colleges around the world will be testing their pods to see who can achieve the maximum speed on the test track, without crashing. SpaceX founder Elon Musk promoted the idea of the Hyperloop in 2013. It involves using magnetic levitation to propel a pod through a vacuum tube at speeds of more than 700 miles per hour. Proponents of the idea suggest it will revolutionize the transportations of goods and people. It will change the way people work and commute. Imagine distances that were 5 hours away by car that become 15 minutes to 20 minutes away. It becomes something you can imagine yourself using to commute every day. Thomas Labot, engineering lead at Hyperloop, an online think tank working on the Hyperloop, told CNBC during a phone interview. At the same time, the efficiency and the point-to-point transportation just allows you to move things very fast, very quickly and in a smart way. A team from Hyperloop will be attending this weekend in order to test their prototype pod called the R-Pod, which has been designed as a scalable solution for transportation on the Hyperloop. The focus of the competition is speed, and most of the pods you will see are built just to go fast, but we've come with a complex system that is designed to be scalable, Brent Lessard, project lead at Hyperloop, told CNBC during a phone call. It doesn't lend itself to just being the fastest pod there. We've been focused on accessing those testing facilities and extracting as much data as we can. The levitating mechanism is an active system and allows us to actually levitate on any conducting surface, so you don't have to be within the Hyperloop tube itself, Lessard explained. The tube itself would allow us to control the environment within, to make it optimal for elegant energy usage and achieve those higher speeds. Outside of the tube it would be like an automobile. While these teams, along with larger companies such as Hyperloop One and Hyperloop Transportation Technologies, are working on solving the technical issues of the Hyperloop, other challenges exist ahead for the transportation system. We expect a fully commercial, European Hyperloop system to be market-ready in 5 to 10 years. Built and having its maiden voyage, I'd say 15 to 20 years. Labot and Lessard from Hyperloop also predicted a Hyperloop being built within 5 to 10 years. Some people speak optimistically about it being available in the next couple years, but the reality is 5 to 10 years is probably a good ballpark. There will be extensive testing and regulation issues to cover before there is any sort of public use of it, Lessard said. This weekend's competition is the second to be held by SpaceX. Several of the teams attending this weekend are returning with newly designed prototypes, such as the WAR Hyperloop team at the Technical University of Munich. WAR's first prototype won prizes for fastest pod and best performance in flight. Building on their past success in the speed category, in March a new WAR team, 30 students from 11 countries, passed the initial design stage with a completely new design, said WAR in a press release published July. The team and their pod will travel in mid-August to SpaceX headquarters, where they will attempt to post the winning time in the 1250m long test tube. Another team attending the competition is the HipEd team from the University of Edinburgh in Scotland. We are super excited with the competition and being in California. We watched a SpaceX rocket, Falcon 9 launch today with SpaceX employees, and we were around 1 kilometer from the actual control room of the launch, Adam Anisowski, president of the team, told CNBC on Thursday. We have a workshop here where we work and have access to machinery, tools and materials, urban workshop in Costa Mesa. Overall, the preparations, however stressful and energy draining, are going well, and we feel proud of our progress and performance so far. Anisowski also discussed the outlook for a Hyperloop system to be developed in the UK. He says a Hyperloop would enable the country to future-proof infrastructure and create a competitive economy. However, he warns it will be a long process requiring large amounts of investment and public spending. Follow CNBC International on Twitter and Facebook. More from CNBC.